Good day, everyone. Today we are your reporters. Before we proceed in our topic, let me ask you first, have you ever experienced to act in front of your classmates or around many of people? Okay, if that's so, I guess that all of us was tried or have experience in terms of acting, which as it is one of the activity in our classroom to act another character or a person. At this moment, as future educators, we were going to discuss and to know on how to teach drama for our students. So, our topic for today is all about teaching in drama. So, are you excited to learn something about how to teach in drama? Okay, let us start. By the way, your reporters for today are Miss Jimelin Phil, yours truly, and Mrs. Mirasol Pico. In teaching drama, there are seven contents which are theatrical styles, genres of drama, elements of drama, strategies in teaching drama, lesson design in teaching drama, materials and resources in teaching drama, and last, assessment in teaching drama. So now let us know first what drama all about is. Drama came from the Greek words "dran", which is meant to do or to act, and it also referred to play. It is a prose or verse composition, especially one telling a serious story that was intended for presentation by characters and performing the dialogue and action, and a serious narrative work or program for television, radio, or the cinema. So drama is what we see in the television. Someone who acting in front or mean in front many of people, just what we do in our what we did in our classroom. So now let's proceed to the theatrical styles. Now let us discuss first the classical. Classical, it is the actors must physically or vocally train their body to needs of larger theaters. Themes reflect period of the play, and the aim of classical is hear a play, enjoy language, wit and humor and moralistic. So in classical acting, it is a type of acting that is based on the theories and systems of select classical actor, including the expression of the body, voice, imagination, personalizing, and script analysis. Now let's proceed to the Commedia dell'arte. Commedia dell'arte in English is comedy of profession, and it is also known as Italian comedy. It plays came from scenarios, and the aim of Commedia dell'arte is to entertainment, comedy, improvisation today originates from commedia. It was a numerous theatrical presentation performed by professional actors who traveled in troops throughout Italy in the 16th century. Performances took place on temporary stages, mostly on city streets, but occasionally even in court venues. So, Commedia dell'arte is the actors who will perform. Those are the professional, which is who traveled in troops in the 16th century in the 16th century. So ang mga actors aning Commedia dell'arte is magperform sila in the street and occasionally in the court venues. So now let's proceed to the naturalism. Naturalism, It is a classic text performed in realist settings, plays that reflects real life, use natural forms of speech and physical expression. The aim of naturalism is to audience as onlooker through the fourth wall see great acting in the recreation of character. So naturalism, it gives illusion of a real life presented on stage. The action evolves through the situations and personalities of the characters. It was a movement in late 19th century drama that aimed to replace the artificial romantic style with accurate representations of ordinary people in believable situations. So now let's proceed to the theater of cruelty. Theater of cruelty is dance and gestures can create deeper meaning than words. Extreme emotions and actions result as a lack of control. Plays are a release for dreams and hidden emotion. The aim of theater of cruelty is to be moved, shocked, and involved in the performance. So as what you see in the picture that the performers did do dance and have gestures which is create deeper meaning than words. So they are expressing they are more on action than words. So theater of cruelty, it is to communicate to its audience a sense of pain, suffering, and evil using gesture, movement, sound, and symbolism rather than language. So now let's proceed to the realism. Realism portrays characters on stage that are close to real life, with realistic settings or staging. The aim of realism is to identify with plot or situations. So realism is bringing a greater fidelity of real life to text and performances. So from the words real, so it is related or it was related to the real life situation. Now let's proceed to the symbolism. Symbolism emphasizes on internal life of dreams or fantasies or spirituality. The aim of the symbolism is the audience to interpret imagery and ideas to their original absolute truth. So symbolism implies a greater meaning than the literal suggestion. So symbolism drama, they use a symbol. So there in that things or in that symbol there is a deeper meaning which has a greater meaning rather than literal meaning. So now let's proceed to the expressionism. Expressionism, a cultural movement initially in the poetry and painting, originating in Germany at the start of the 20th century, to present the world in a subjective perspective, distorting it for emotional effect, evoke moods or ideas, movement or ideas. The aim of Expressionism is spectacle, illusion, and experience. So Expressionism utilized theatrical elements and scenery with exaggeration and distortion to deliver strong feelings and ideas to audiences. So from the word express, so the actors or the performers, they express or present the world in a subjective perspective by using emotional effect. So now let's proceed to the modernism. Modernism, it includes the activities of those who felt that traditional forms of art, architecture, literature, religious faith, social organization, and daily life were becoming outdated in the new economic, social, and political conditions. So modernism, it is essentially a drama of ideas rather than action. So now let's proceed to the postmodernism. Postmodernism, each performance is a spectacle with no intent on methodical repetition. The aim of postmodernism is encourages audience to reach on individual understanding. So, in the postmodernism, it is highlighting the truth, hiding emotions of the audience, which and those are the theatrical styles. So now let's move forward to the genres of drama. There are four genres of drama. First is comedy. Comedy, it aims to make the audience laugh. So from the words comedy, when we heard the words comedy, it comes in our mind to have a fun or to laugh. Its tone is light and it mostly has a happy ending. Each type of comedy has its own audience. Interestingly, such preferences may also depend on the cultural background of people. So comedy, and it's expected that the audience will laugh and will have a fun when every time they watch a drama or the show that played in a television or in the theater. So the next genres of drama is tragedy. Tragedy, murders, deaths, insanity, and pain are among the most common ideas in tragedies. So, in comedy, it is a fun. So in the tragedy, it is more on pain or suffering. Main characters usually have some kind of weakness or defect that causes their downfall. So in tragedy, so the audience will be in emotional, which as they will feel sad or bitterness. The next types of genres of drama is tragic comedy. Tragic comedy, it is a special kind of drama that combines the features of tragedy and comedy. It means that such play may be sad, but we will have a happy ending. Or, or it may be serious with some elements of humor emerging the whole play. So, tragic comedy are the combination of the two, which are the tragedy and the comedy. There is a sad and there is a happy. So in the drama or in the story or maybe in the climax or in the middle of the story, there is a sadness happen between or in the characters or the authors or the actors, I mean, or the actors in the story. Then after that, in the ending, there is a happy ending happen. Now let's proceed to the melodrama. It is kind of drama. It is a kind of drama in which everything is hyperbolized. Usually, themes depicted in melodramas are simple and without any unpredictable plot twist. The main point of it is not to tell a story, but to awaken feelings in the audience. So, melodrama is heightened emotions of the audience, which is a combination of drama and melos. When we say melos, it is a music. Music literally means play with music. So in the story, this said that it is not to tell a story, but to awaken feelings. But to awaken the feelings of the audience, which is ang feelings sa mga audience through sa drama, through music. So now, let's proceed to the elements of drama. There are 7 elements of drama. First is character, theme, plot, point of view, dialogue, visual elements, and last stage. Now, let's discuss first the character. A character is one of the person who appears in the play. So there are two kinds of characters, which are protagonists and antagonists. So we know already that what is the character and who is the character. So the character is one who will perform in a drama. The protagonist is the main character, and while the antagonist is the enemy to the main character. So protagonist is the bida sa maong drama or the play or in a play, and while the antagonist is the kontrabida sa bida. So now let's proceed to the theme. Theme, it is called a soul. It is the writer's message or the main point. To infer what the so ang theme maoy mensahe kung unsay ipasabot sa authors ana nga story. Mao nay theme. So maoy soul sa drama. Ang theme maoy soul sa drama. To infer what the theme is from the work's title, case sense, characters, symbols, and plot events. So in order to infer what is the theme, so we need to look the work's title, case sense, characters, symbols, and plot events. Now let's proceed to the plot. Plot, it is usually structured with acts and scenes, events that make up a story, particularly as they relate to one another in a pattern, in a sequence, through cause and effect, or by coincidence. So plot is the sequence of events or the main events of the drama. So now let's proceed to the dialogue. Dialogue, it provides the substance of play. Each word uttered by the character furthers the business of the play, contribute to its effect as a whole. So dialogue, it is the script. So kung unsay ginasulti sa mga characters, mao na ang dialogue. It provides the substance of play. Mao'y gahatag og substance sa maong play or drama. Now let's proceed to the point of view. Point of view refers to who is telling or narrating a story. The point of view of a story is how the writer wants to convey the experience to the reader. There are 4 types of point of view. The first is omniscient. The second one is limited omniscient. The third is first person, and the last is objective or dramatic. Omniscient and the limited omniscient is the third person. Now let's discuss first the omniscient. Omniscient, it is a story told by the author using the third person. Her or his knowledge, control, and prerogatives are unlimited, authorial subjectivity. So omniscient, the narrator knows all of the truths and feelings of all of the characters in the story. So in the third person, they are using pronouns such as he, she, and thee. Now let's proceed to the limited omniscient. A story in which the author associates with a major or minor character serve as the author's spokesperson or mouthpiece. So limited omniscient, the narrator relates only their own thoughts, feelings, and knowledge about various situations and the other characters. Now let's proceed to the first person. The author identifies with or disappears in a major or minor character. The story is told using the first person I. So when we know that we can know that the point of view of the story is first person if the story told using the first person and using the pronouns I. Now let's proceed to the last, which is objective or dramatic. The opposite of the omniscient displays authorial objectivity. Compared a roving sound camera, very little of the past or the future is given. The story is set in the present. So in dramatic, the narrator reports the events of a scene without getting inside characters' private, true or thoughts or feelings. This leaves the reader to guess what characters may feel. Next is visual elements. It deals with the scenes, costumes, and special effects used in it. It also known as the spectacle renders a visual appeal to it. The costume worn of the artist must suit the characters they're playing. The use of symbol implies the use of indirect suggestion in a drama. So visual element is mga costume sa mga performers or sa mga actors. Ilang mga materials nga pambuhaton during the play or during the drama. Last is the stage. It is the most important element and without it, the drama is never performed. Yes, of course, ang stage mo pinaka-importante nga elements kay without ani so dili maka-act ang mga actor so or the play or the drama will never perform. It is the name of place where on the drama is acted. I guess that would be all. The next reporter is Mrs. Marisol Pico, and she will be discuss about the strategies in teaching drama.